And there was no Wi-Fi or cell phone, and you could write on the screen with a stylus, like a little pen. And I believe, if I'm not remembering incorrectly, that you had to write in Palm Pilot shorthand, which was enough for me to stop using it after 3 days. Oh, I gotta learn a thing, not for me. So, but nonetheless, it was one of the first pieces of handheld technology, sort of a futile thing. It had this weird feature where it could communicate with other Palm Pilots, but we never knew why, and you always felt kind of stupid doing it, but you would have to do it if you knew somebody with a Palm Pilot. Do you want to do the thing? Is it doing it? Yup, they're talking to each other. About what? I don't know. Machine stuff. No, they're not. It's just a feature no one uses. Why you gotta ruin everything? Look, they're done. Yay. So, but the Palm Pilots went away. They became extinct. And it was just part of the evolution to the technological clusterfuck that we find ourselves in the center of now, just happily codependent to a bunch of smarter machines, just gleefully enabling the singularity, just looking forward to a day where we'll just be the fleshy appendage of a series of smarter equipment than us. Ah, how convenient that'll be. Too dark? I can go another way. I think if most of us, if we lost our cell phone, you're like 2 hours away from wandering the street saying, "What's my name? Where do I live? I have a family, but I don't know how to get in touch with them or where they are anymore. Are you okay, old man? Do you need to go to the hospital? No, son. I've lost my phone. Do you like me to call it for you, old man? Yes, please. Thank you, son. What's the number, old man? I don't know. I don't call myself. It's in the phone. Oh, no. Yeah, take me to the hospital." There was a time, folks, before cell phones and the internet. Yeah, some of you remember. I saw the audience. Back then, people had to do things like wait. Yeah, you had to wait for stuff. And if you were actually waiting, like in line or something, that was all you could do. Did you feel all that space I created? That used to be around us all the time. There was all this space that wasn't mental space. I mean, you had to wait to check for your messages at the end of an entire day. Like, if you couldn't get calls at work, there was no way anyone could get in touch with you. And at the end of the day, sometimes 6 or 7 at night, you would go home, look at a machine on your kitchen counter to see if a light was blinking. And if it was, you'd actually feel a tangible jolt of excitement. Oh, message. Someone called. And then you push a button, and like 8 out of 10 times it would be na 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 na. Some of you don't even know what that sound is. Does that sound even exist in nature anymore? That was a sound on your machine if someone had hung up. Right? And if it went on long enough, you'd hear a voice go, "If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try." What happened to that guy? I don't know. Can't be a good story. And then if you got some of those, you'd spend like 10 minutes just wondering, like, who called me and hung up? That was the kind of mental time we had back then. Like, what were we doing with all that mental space? Using our imagination, just letting our memories do what they do in their own time and pace. Like, back then, if you couldn't remember something, that was sort of the end of it. Unless, like, you couldn't remember something and you locked on, that was problematic, because what could you do then? Yeah, not easy. Like, let's say you're just driving to work. This is back in the day. Let's go there now. You're just driving to work, maybe listening to a cassette in your in-dash player through some Jensen coaxials or triaxial speakers. If you had a lot to prove, you had a power amp bolted onto the floor. Maybe you're listening to a little Leonard Skinner's Second Helping. Not a bad band. Stop judging that band. Solid rock band. A lot of good records. Amazing double live album. You're misunderstanding that one song. Listen to it again. Listen to it again. Maybe you're listening to Lil Skinner's Second Helping. You know exactly where the tape is fucked up from that day it got stuck in the machine. That was a tough few minutes. Oh, shit. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, yeah. Get it out, get the pen out, roll that cassette back up, pop it back in the deck. Now you know, call me the breeze, baby. Oh, that was that day. That was a terrible morning. So you're just driving to work, enjoying the music, no cell phone to distract you, no internet. Maybe you're just eating some trail mix on your way to work. I actually am old enough to remember when it became okay to eat trail mix in a non-camping situation. Like, there was definitely a period in my childhood where you only saw trail mix in the camping section at the sporting goods store. And then I remember vaguely seeing a guy just eating trail mix in Life. And I'm like, dude, can you do that? Like, what? Just eat trail mix outside of a camping situation? Yeah, it's just, nuts and dried fruit, sometimes chocolate. But you're not camping. It doesn't matter. It's just nuts and fruit, sometimes chocolate. So you can just eat it any time? Yeah, you can eat it any time. Like, I kind of remember when they freed the trail mix. I don't know if there was a corporate push behind it or not, but I remember, like, hey, we can just eat this anytime. It's just, nuts and dried fruit, sometimes chocolate. So anyways, you're driving to work. Back in the day, maybe you're chewing on a peanut, and all of a sudden your brain just goes, oh, fuck. Who is Peanut Guy? We learned about him in elementary school. Peanut Guy, peanut butter, peanut oil, fucking Peanut Guy. It's like 3 names. He's an inventor, a scientist. God damn it. Why can't I remember Peanut Guy? And that was sort of your day. Like, you did other things, like you go to work, but every couple hours you're like, fucking Peanut Guy. And there was nothing you could do. I mean, you could ask a coworker, dude, do you remember Peanut Guy? We learned about him in elementary school, peanut butter, peanut oil, inventor, scientist, 3 names. I can't fucking remember it. You gotta calm down. Why are you yelling? Just, do you know or not? I don't have to talk to you if you're gonna talk to me like that. Well, why don't you go fuck yourself? Why don't you just say you don't know and fucking piss off? Then you go to lunch from work, take a lunch break, go eat a sandwich. It's all you could do, eat the sandwich. Watch other people eating sandwiches. Just reflect on the sad tedium of self-awareness. Go back to work. Fucking Peanut Guy! Maybe call a friend from work. You're not even supposed to use the phone. Dude, are you there? Pick up. It's me. Are you there? Pick up. Fuck! Where the fuck are you, man? It's me. Do you remember Peanut Guy? We learned about him in elementary school. Peanut Guy, peanut butter, peanut oil, 3 names, a scientist, or inventor or some shit. Fuck! I can't fucking remember Peanut Guy. I'm not even supposed to be using the phone. Where the fuck are you? Who the fuck was Peanut Guy? It's Mark. I'm okay. Call me back when you get there. Well, call me back later. I gotta go. Then you leave work, drive home, listen to the cassette. Sweet Home Alabama. Happened twice. Probably should get a new tape, new deck, something. You get home. Oh, messages. The machine's beeping. I hope it's not a hang-up. Beep. George Washington Carver, man. It's George Washington Carver. Dude, are you okay? I got your message, and you sounded so freaked out. You sounded crazy. And I didn't have anything to do today, so I'm at the library right now. If you need me to look up some other stuff, I mean, you just sounded really crazy, man. Are you there? Are you okay? All right, call me back. George Washington Carver, very interesting. I'm still reading about him. I know a lot of shit now. Hope you're okay, buddy. Bye-bye. And that's sort of how you did a search back then. It was, a longer process. So, all right. I've got this big idea as a Jew, as a heathen Jew, as a godless Jew. I feel like I want to try to honor my legacy and sort of create a story. Like, I think that most grown-ups know that the story of Jesus is a story. It's a biblical story. It's not journalism. And I just thought maybe it'd be nice if I could try to construct some prophecy, because it's sort of my birthright as a Jewish writer of sorts. I'll get to it, but before I do it, I just want to say, I don't want to judge anyone's beliefs. I don't want to mock the myths that define anybody, but there is a strain of Christianity that makes me uncomfortable, scares me, I think is the word. And those are evangelicals. They scare me. And I'm not punching down. I think there's like 90 million evangelicals and about 8 million Jews. And I hate to give those numbers out because, yeah, it's possible. So, nice uncomfortable laugh. That was very well handled. But evangelicals, and I'll tell you, if you're in here, I'll speak directly to you because this is a safe space. I'm scared. I'm a little scared. Yeah. Because I didn't realize this until recently, and it's logical, but I didn't put it together in my own mind in quite the way I have now, which is that in order for Jesus to come back, the world has to end. It has to. So that means there's about 90 to 100 million people that are pretty excited about it. And that's kind of problematic to those of us who don't fucking believe that shit. Right? And a lot of those people are in legislative positions. And I'm sitting there thinking like, wait, what's happening? Is there any way they're crafting policy to accelerate the prophecy? Yeah, think about that for a second. Not exactly humorous, but powerful. If you walked up to your state senator or maybe a congressman that was an evangelical and they were honest and you said, I'm a little concerned about global warming. It seems like humans are causing it. We need to do something about it. It's happening quickly. They would say, not quick enough, to be honest with you. We're trying to get the flying Jew back. We got coal going. You know, it's happening. We're deregulating as fast as we can. We're going to make this shit happen. Problematic, correct? There's a dovetailing of late-stage capitalism and Christian end times prophecy that's a little fucked up. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to put this on you, but I'm assuming that the horrendous greed monsters that don't give a fuck about anything are just hedging their bets. They don't believe the prophecy. In the back of their head, they're thinking, hey, if it turns out to be true, we still got the meek, right? They can build the domes. There's a lot of jobs in a burning sky. All right. Let's go. I'll take another angle. What's wrong with Mike Pence's face? Have you looked at Vice President Mike Pence? He's got a sort of a knot of a face, a tight little face with dead eyes floating in a big head. What's going on with that face? I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's shame-based. I don't know exactly what it is, but when I look at Mike Pence doing anything, all I see is a man standing there thinking, don't think about cock, don't think about dicks. I don't want a dick. I don't want to suck a dick. I don't want a dick in me. No dicks for Mikey. Jesus. I want Jesus. Jesus died on a cock for me, and that's who I did it again, Jesus. I'm sorry. Jesus is in my heart, not cock. That's what I think's going on with Mike Pence's face. I think it's trying to retreat back into his head away from all the dicks he sees coming at him. He's got a fairly rare condition called inverted gay face. And I really believe that if Mike Pence sucked one dick, his face would pop out and we could all be less nervous if Trump doesn't make it through his first term, because Pence is a scary Christian fascist person and he's probably worse. Now, I know I've gotten some pushback from the LGBTQ community about characterizing a homophobic, gay-hating man as being secretly gay as being wrong, because it diminishes the fact that they're dangerous human beings and they're horrible. And I take that to heart, and I hear you, but I think I'm right about Pence. Now, let's switch back to the story, the prophetic story, which is my hope, and you know where I'm coming from. And this is going to hurt some people, but you can take it. It's going to land kind of bad.